Hi people, good afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh. How are you all doing? I was watching a video from back in the time 2012-13, like when fragrance reviewers, a lot of them were around, like the OGs. So you guys know one of them is still around. His name is Drag Dog and aka Cody. So he is one of my favorite reviewers. If I ever do like a video paying tribute to, I have done this few times, but he was in the list. But he is one of my top, like, most favorite reviewers to watch because he is so entertaining. He is so passionate about his reviews. So he was talking about his most versatile fragrances. I just shared that in my group. Then I was watching the video, and then I realized there are a lot of Pour Hommes, then he said there are a lot of these Pour Homme fragrances are making the list and everything. So I'm sorry about that. There's a helicopter. I cannot do anything about it. So anyway, so he was saying that a lot of Pour Hommes made his list. So I was thinking, like, okay, let's have something, let's take the idea from the video and do a list that would be like 10 or 15 fragrances. Only the title would be Pour Hommes, so every single fragrance has a, like, let's say a fragrance followed by the name Pour Homme. So I thought, let's just put 15, and I looked in my collection. I picked up randomly one here, so some of them will be missing, but I thought to just do a little bit different video. So I have 15 fragrances from my old collection, new collection, and today how I feel about them, I put them according to order, according to that liking. I put them in order, so hopefully you like it and you can look at some of them. So they are, Pour Homme basically means for men, okay, not men, man. And what I mean by men is just the name. Sometimes fragrances are very universal. Anybody can wear anything they like, but this is just for fun, right? So take it like as a fun video. So I have two honorable mentions. First one I have is this one, Lapidus Pour Homme by Ted Lapidus. This is one of my favorites, but this one fragrance, it's something that I do not reach for a very long time. Only time I wear this is the winter time. This year, last year, the winter was very disappointing, so I didn't even wear it even once, I believe. But this remains one of the classics and one of the longest lasting, and one of the cheapest fragrances in the market. I think you can still find it. It will be reformulated, but still one of the most biggest, like strongest powerhouses, Lapidus Pour Homme, my first honorable mention. My second honorable mention is going to be a classic. Another classic I do not wear anymore because this is a bit too overpowering for my liking. L'Eau de Pour Homme by Issey Miyake. This is a classic. You guys know this one is their top seller, their money maker. It's not really fresh as much as a strong yuzu, kind of like a semi-fresh cold weather fragrance, right? Very piercing. So check it out, L'Eau de Pour Homme. So now let's hit the official list. Number 15, Azzaro. This I showed you, I think, a couple of nights back. Azzaro Pour Homme. This is my semi-vintage bottle. Check out my review on this one. Even the newer formulation smells nice, but a little bit watered down. But this DNA, a lot of people like masculine, spicy, like barbershop sort of fragrance. So number 15, Azzaro Pour Homme. Okay. So number 14, I'm going to go with fragrance I haven't shown in any of my lists for a very long time. This is Van Cleef & Arpels Pour Homme. This is their darker fragrance. They also have few other fragrances, I think, in this same bottle, but this actually is like one of those black leather, very, very animalic. If you like Antaeus, this is a fragrance that's very similar to Antaeus, better performing is Antaeus on me, and much more affordable. So if you haven't tried it, it's actually very nice fragrance for nighttime. It's very masculine, it's very sensual, at the same time it's very masculine. Okay, so if you like strong fragrances like that, I highly recommend this. It's under the radar kind of a fragrance. Van Cleef & Arpels Pour Homme. Okay, number 13, I'm gonna go with the L'Eau d'Essai that I actually picked. I picked this one over the original L'Eau d'Essai. This is the fresh version. I recently got it a few months back, and this fragrance, it's very easy to wear, very beautiful. If there is no it's like no yuzu lime, there's a lot of citrus. There's very beautiful citrus. It's very uplifting and very energetic, easy to wear in summer days. So I think this is called L'Eau d'Essai Pour Homme Eau Fresh, okay, or the fresh version rather. Okay, if you find it somewhere, it's very rare to find nowadays, but it's absolutely beautiful. So this is also very long lasting as well, so give it a try. L'Eau d'Essai Pour Homme Fresh. Okay, I have done review on this one, you can check it out. I'll put all the links below. So number 12 is one of my best summer fragrances in terms of smells in the whole line. There's a whole line of these fragrances. There are, I think, at least six fragrances in this lineup, and it's one of the masterpieces created by Jacques Cavalier. Is Bulgari Aqua Pour Homme. I know many of you say, yeah, the Amara is nicer, I like the Marine better, I like Atlantic better. Yeah, they're more modern, but there's something about this fragrance. It's just, I just love it, you know. This I don't have the original formulation, but I did smell the original formulation. Just gorgeous fragrance. It just gives you that feel, you know, of deep sea water. It doesn't last very long on people, but I get about decent 3 hours. I'm happy about that one. But this is something you should check it out. Bulgari Aqua Pour Homme. Okay, now moving into number 11 is one of my signature scents, but again I don't know where it is so much these days. I don't know why, because I guess most likely because I buy a lot more newer fragrances, so I reach for them more. But doesn't mean this fragrance I do not like anymore. I do like, but this is extremely potent fragrance. It lasts a long time, very inexpensive. House of Pour Homme. Pour Homme produces all sweet fragrance, but this is different than the whole lineup. This is called Pour Homme. Okay, Pour Homme is a green sort of a fragrance. It opens up very green, okay, and it has like a little bit mossy feel, but then it goes to the vanillic dry down, and it's very interesting, and it has a barber shop, a lot of sort of like a powerhouse sort of feel. It'll be perfect for cold weather, like in the foresty, like up there in the mountains, you know. It's a perfect fragrance to wear. Just one spray lasts a very long time. But this remains one of the best fragrances in men's fragrance game. All right, Pour Homme number 11. All right, now moving on to number 10. Now here comes the big hitters. All these fragrances you can see it's just gonna get better and better in my world. Number 10, Pour Homme Intense, the newer version. This is sort of like a more modern take on the Pour Homme, and I really dig this one because this is boozy. It has this nice boozy quality. Imagine pure malt meets Pour Homme. That's something you get in this one. Really nice whiskey note in this, and I really like it. It's sweet, it's not too spicy, but it has this nice balance between spices and boozy feel. So Pour Homme Intense, absolutely beautiful creation from Azzaro. Very inexpensive, and it does last a long time too. Any man can wear it, even the younger folks. You can give it a try. Okay, it's not dated at all. It's more modern. Pour Homme Intense number 10. All right, I think number 9. Dolce & Gabbana, the one. See the number, like Dolce & Gabbana number 1, like the one, not number 1. I'm totally not focused today. Dolce & Gabbana, the one. It's so popular, I said the one first. But this fragrance, Light Blue Pour Homme. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Pour Homme, Eau Intense. Huge name. This is a flanker of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Pour Homme for men. It's a fresh, crisp, very, very strong, piercing sort of a fragrance. It has a lot of pepper in it, right? So this one, particular one, they balance the pepper and the citruses perfectly, so it's not as peppery or headache inducing as the original one. So I picked this as my number 9. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Pour Homme. Light Blue Pour Homme, Eau Intense. Huge name, right? This is beast mode performer actually also, okay? Take a look at this if you haven't. One of my favorites in the lineup, okay? Number 8, this is underrated. This is perhaps one fragrance, it's not really fit for this list, but somewhat I said the like it's not Pour Homme, it's like okay? That's why it made the list, but I really like this fragrance. I really want to put this in this list. It's very unique, it's very long lasting on me, and there's nothing that smells like this in the whole collection, and the bottle is just stunner, okay? This is Hypnose okay? And this fragrance, it's just like lucky to have a big bottle of it. I mean, Lancome, I do not own anything from Lancome. This is one fragrance I really wanted. So if you never smelled it, give it a try. It's kind of like a unique, it's very mysterious kind of a fragrance. It smells like a real man as well. So the name goes with the fragrance. Very sexy and up-class sort of a fragrance, okay? So this is Hypnose from Lancome, number 7. No, it's number 8. Number 7 is a discontinued gem. I always brag about this one. I like it, but it's not my top favorite, but it remains one of the best fragrances of this nature. Gucci Pour Homme. Check out my review on this one. I did a review and I gave it a fair assessment. It's very hard to find now, it's very expensive, but the fragrance remains one of the most spicy, woody, kind of like a smoky kind of a fragrance. There are a lot like this one now, but this fragrance actually is something you can get as a collector's item. It's a beautiful fragrance, discontinued gem, I would say. Gucci Pour Homme, number 8. No, number 7. Yes, number 7. Number 6. Number 6, I'm gonna go with Rasasi. Rasasi is one of my most favorite fragrances at this current moment, and it's called Al Wissam Day. They also have Alusam night or evening rather, but this is my favorite. This is sort of like Silver Mountain water, but much more wearable, much more designer like. So this is called Aloisam Pour Homme. That's where it made the list. It says Pour Homme here. So yeah, check out this fragrance. It's very long lasting. It gets compliments all the time from people, especially ladies love this clean, playful, floral kind of a metallic, tad bit metallic, but it's very strong fragrance. So I really love that for this one, and make the list. Okay, number 6. All right, we have like 5 left. Number 5, I'm gonna go with fragrance I haven't used in a long time. I'm recently using it again because I got a new bottle. Rasa says Shura Pour Homme. Okay, this fragrance actually made my channel popular. I'll just say it out there. This fragrance is so potent. Half of the crowd out there, they love it. The rest of them kind of like get scared of it or hate it. I would admit it, because it's not for everybody. It's very daring, it's very loud on your face, and you shouldn't wear this indoors if you're just going to go for bed especially. This is so not a bed, going to bed, going to sleep kind of smell. Outdoors, cold weathers, night time, very, very, very potent juice. All right, Rasa Shura Pour Homme, number 5. Number 4, Prada Amber Pour Homme. You would see this in a lot of my lists. This is one of my most favorite fragrances for men of all time. This is the clean, fresh, high-class bar of soap with hint of spices, kind of spicy, ambery, soapy kind of a scent. And this is, I think, if you smell it, it's just, if you smell this and you smell like Prada L'Homme, I think you can tell Prada L'Homme is not as interesting as this one. And this fragrance actually has a character of its own. It's not really like a fragrance that is going to please you. Sometimes you might find it a bit challenging. That has that respect, you know. This fragrance has a respect from me because of that reason. It is a statement of its own. All right, it's not a crowd pleaser kind of a fragrance, but many people love it. It's very high class. Okay, Prada Amber Pour Homme, number 4. Okay, number 3, Versace Pour Homme. Versace Pour Homme is, I think I don't need to speak much more about it. If you followed my channel, I always praise this fragrance. Every man who live in like hot zones, where you are surrounded by mostly hot weathers, summer is your dominant season most of the year, this is a fragrance is a must-have in your collection. If you love fragrance, it's easy to wear, and like it projects a lot, this is a fragrance you should keep, or at least get a sample or something. Try it. Okay, highly recommended by me. Versace Pour Homme, number 3. Okay, we have 2 left, and this one fragrance, you guys will be like surprised, where did this come from? Recently I've been watching few reviews, and then I kind of gave this bottle away to my dad. I could never wear this, it was too much for me, but recently it's just coming back to me, sort of. This fragrance, I'm just beginning to crave for it again, because the tobacco, it is really, really strong, and perhaps one of the most masculine fragrances ever made, but very challenging one at that. If you cannot wear Versace the Dreamer, perhaps high likely you may not be able to understand this fragrance. Okay, but I have newer version, UK version, and I have the older version, I think made in Italy, the vintage. I think I'm gonna get a full bottle of it, even the new one, I don't mind. So this is called Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. Okay, I saw one review, I forgot the name, Toon Reviews. That guy, he's awesome reviewer. He really, really made me look at this again. I wore this twice after that, and I think this fragrance is for those mature noses. At the same time, it's a little bit mature age, like for our age. This is the vintage version that I have a small sample of. This is from one of my brother Choyon. They have their difference. Opening wise, this is much more, the vintage is much more interesting. It's a lot more beautiful, but on the dry down they are very close. Max Forte's signature scent, he loves this fragrance since his school days, I guess. So this fragrance, you know, Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme, you should give it a try. You know, do not go and buy this immediately, but give it a try. It's very, very strong, you know, like the projection, longevity, it's crazy. And that is something that get headache sometimes if you wear it in the hot weather, and you wear too much. Okay, but this fragrance, highly recommend if you can pull it off with confidence. Okay, if you just wear one on your chest and you are like 35 plus, this really, really suits that age, right? Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. And that leads me to number 1, and this fragrance I had to make it number 1 because this is a classic. This has the most beautiful notes breakdown. It has a lot of angles it covers. I do not wear this every day as my signature scent, and the flankers get a lot more love than the originator. but I always pay respect to this fragrance because this is perfect fall scent. You know, this fragrance has freshness, peach, citruses. At the same time, it goes to leather, it goes to dry down, it goes to be different. Very complex fragrance, very beautiful, and perhaps one of the best Chanel ever produced. This is Chanel Allure Homme. Okay, so this, I understand it's not Pour Homme, but it says Homme, so I made the list just like the Hypnose Homme. If you never try this fragrance, you know, just keep it, you know, like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, just small 50 ml bottle, just keep it in your collection. If you do not understand it, when you grow up, let's say you're a teenager now, and you grow up and you become a man, you know, and you're just looking for a perfect wedding day scent. I don't know why. I think it will make a perfect wedding day scent. It's extremely long lasting. It's very masculine. It smells very handsome, gentlemanly. A lot of areas it covers. And when I smell it, it's just classic. You can smell the class in it. If you like Hugo Boss bottle, and this, I think Hugo Boss bottle, they're side by side, but this has a little bit more class than Hugo Boss bottle, a little bit more formal, right? So number 1 is Chanel Allure Homme. That is my list for 15 Pour Homme or Homme themed fragrances. Let me know which ones you like and which ones are your favorite. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.